been? How's the switch been?
It's been really good. Been going back and forth pretty much every period, doing a lot of D-line stuff and running back, tight end. So it's been a lot of fun. Really enjoying it.
I know you played linebacker before, but have you played D-line?
Yeah, I've played D-line before in a limited capacity in high school, but yeah, I've never really played it full time, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
How good is
Jason
it?
thinks feels like you were born for this. You know, getting to the quarterback, getting through the line. Like, I mean, what is that? Do you feel like you were born for that, or?
I feel like I was born to play football.
Okay. Thanks.
How did a switch occur? Was it coaches came to you and asked you, or did you propose it yourself?
No, Coach Harbaugh asked me if I would be opposed to playing on the defensive line, and of course, it was something I wanted to do. It's another way to get on the field.
For either of you, you both have had a lot of experience now playing multiple positions, offense, defense. How has that helped you, now that you're, you on defensive line, multiple others, and you on running back?
I think from just like a total understanding of football, it helps you a lot. I mean, when you're in a scheme like Don Brown's scheme, and you've seen pro-style offenses, you've seen some different types of offenses, different schemes, you really have a great understanding of football and different things that you could see from either side of the football.
Did you add some weight?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, what were you and where are you now?
I'm enough.
Okay,
And I'm fast enough to run the ball.
thanks.
For both of you, how have you adjusted to having Josh Gaddis as new offensive coordinator?
I think it's been really smooth for everybody compared to just having a new offense, and only being 8 practices in. We're really rolling along, and we're definitely gonna be ready for fall camp and then going into the season.
How has Josh Gaddis affected you in the running backs? How has that changed you?
The thing I like with what he's brought, he emphasizes style of play a lot, and that comes with a lot of things, just hustle plays, just run to the ball, just finishing plays, falling forward, and just speed and space he preaches.
One thing that I've noticed in the meetings is that rather than coaching points schematically, there's a lot of points regarding just playing football, like basic things that you would want to do, like make a block downfield that could open up a touchdown, or lower your shoulder to get that extra yards, knowing the situation, just different things like that. He's really made that come to life in our offense.
And Jay said that it's still a run-first offense, but do you feel the running back's role has changed at all?
I don't feel it has, but in a way it has. I don't even. But yeah, it's just I feel like we're playing a lot faster. We have a lot more to do. It's just a lot more to know. The more you know in the offense, the better that you will do. And we're just trying to just learn it all as we go.
Jason, you've gotten faster. Do you feel it? Do you feel like you've
Oh,
taken
yeah.
that extra?
Oh yeah, the strength staff has helped me so much, and also Abigail, our dietitian, she's been a big help, just working with me a few days a week with the team workouts that we're doing. It's definitely came to life in spring.
How different is it seeing Ben on the defensive side every other practice, right? I think
It's like in between periods, I'll switch.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
at
got
the
a
beginning,
T-shirt that they switch him in. They cut a hole in the T-shirt so he can fit his helmet over it and everything.
Is that right? Just for you?
Yeah.
Is it how different is he as a defensive player? I mean, Jay's talking about his mentality is defense, but he's got that, offensive finesse.
Yeah, I mean, everything that Coach Jay said, he's just a football player. That's the best way to describe him. But seeing him in the white jersey during practice, I'd rather have him in the blue, lead blocking. But I like him. I like him at the defense.
A lot of the defensive guys are saying and offensive guys, I think it was Nick Eubanks said you're screaming coming off the ball, and like, what does that sound like? I mean,
It was, I don't know, when I first started doing it, I didn't really notice, but I don't know, I'm an enthusiastic guy. I like football, so I guess it's just a way for me to show that.
Jim mentioned Mike Sanders still as like someone who's starting on at receiver? So what have you guys seen from him? I mean, neither of you play receiver, but
Yeah. So little Mikey, he's a guy from Everett, Mass, and wow, he is quick. He's a really good football player, a really tough guy too. I mean, he's not afraid to stick his nose in there and make a block. So he's a guy that I'm really confident having on the field with us, and he's a guy who's going to make an impact for our team this year. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, he's an early enrollee. Coming in spring workouts, he came in with a lot of confidence, like a good confidence, and he works really hard, and I'm happy to have him on the team.
and having someone like that who was kind of just really athletic and played kind of everywhere in high school, how has he like adjusted to playing like kind of one thing, like, kind of more like rigid college, I guess, positions?
I think he's adjusted really well. I mean, he can now. He did pretty much everything in high school. He played D-back, receiver, return kicks, all that. So now he can just really take his talent and really hone in and focus on his skills. A lot of the early enrollees are doing really well, though. A lot of good guys.
True, like we always used to hear from guys like Haran, like, you know, wanting to get the ball as much as possible, but, you know, this being your first year really to get those number one reps right now in spring, what's that like for you?
I'm just building confidence in myself, confidence with the other 10 guys on the field. I'm really just trying to lead these guys that are playing, and also build up the guys that aren't. And I feel like I've just been doing really well with it.
Lost a lot of defensive talent. What have you seen from those guys on that side of the ball?
I mean, that's Don Brown's defense. No matter who's in the system, they're all going to be monsters. They're all doing really well.
A lot of guys in the running back group sitting out right now. How are they handling it, and what's been their
The guys playing or the guys sitting out?
sitting out?
We're doing our deal. They're Coach Jay has them with like a 3-pound ball, just working on ball security, doing whatever they can, getting their mental reps. He preaches mental reps, and also Coach Jay talks about if you're out there not learning or doing anything, you're just out there exercising, and we're really out there working, and they are too.
What are your impressions of Charbonnet? I know he hasn't been able to play, but just being around the program and everything.
From what I've seen, he's a really hard worker, and he talks with his play. Well, he hasn't been able to play, but he talks with his hard work, and he's really focused. He's a really serious guy. He wants to learn. He asks questions. He's jumping up trying to get, like we don't have a running back room right now, so we're in the basketball court, and we have it's about the size of that screen, bigger projector that we're watching on, and he's jumping up getting reps. Like we go in there and walk through. We have tape on the ground like it's a field. We're all getting reps.
Have you seen the quarterbacks adjust?
From the day that I got here, though, Charbonnet, he's been in the playbook. I mean, pretty much every night he comes to my room. We live in the dorm together, and we draw up plays on the whiteboard. He's really excited to get into the offense.
Have you
Hey
seen the
guys, real quick,
quarterbacks?
we're gonna split them up because we got Michael behind you. Don't want to hold you guys up, so if you want Tru, why don't you walk down a little bit that way, and then Ben can stay here. Tru's gonna stick around for a little bit, and then Michael's over there, so we can get everybody. Wilson here.
Ben, what's a typical practice like for you? Like you said you're going between periods or every other.
Yeah, so pretty much every practice, I'll rotate which individual I do, whether that's defense or either tight end or running back. And then throughout the practice, wherever I'm needed, I'll either do offense or defense. It's about half and half for competitive periods.
What's been the hardest part of this transition?
The hardest part of the transition, it's really been a smooth transition, to be honest. I mean, it's a lot of board work, a lot of extra studying, but it's what I like to do, so it's not a problem at all.
Is there anyone you're leaning on to kind of get some tips or anything to learn what to do a little bit faster?
Obviously Coach Duo and Coach Brown, but from a player standpoint, all the players have been really helpful. Quiddy Pay, Michael Dwumfor, they've all been really helpful in just helping me with my technique and making sure I'm having a smooth transition.
You're both at the 3 tech, and are you still playing outside? I know they mentioned it at the outside of spring.
Yeah, I'm working more at 3 tech right now.
Did your coaching staff come to you about playing defense right after the season ended, or was this right before spring, or when did this come about?
It was Pretty much early on in the winter workout cycle, so probably sometime in January.
After Gaddis got here, you think?
I don't know.
Did they mention anything about using the fullback less in this offense, or was it more of just wanting to get you on the field more in general?
I'm not exactly sure about that. I'm just excited to get on the field.
Have you watched any tape of Marisic, I think is his name?
Oh, Marisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of tape on him. There was actually a point one time in his career, he scored a touchdown on an interception. No, he
ran it in.
he ran it in, and then he had an interception. It was like 2 plays in a row that he had a touchdown, so that was pretty cool to see.
I know Harbaugh's compared you to him. Do you see any similarities between you and him?
Yeah, I see a lot of similarities. He's a pretty athletic, physical football player, and I'm excited to meet him. I think he's actually gonna come to one of the games this year. So.
How do you envision your game load going this fall? Like, I mean, you know, how many plays do you think you're going to be on the field? I mean, Jim's saying you could be on, you know, all the time, but realistically.
I'm not sure. We'll see when the season gets a little bit closer. It's early on. It's spring ball right now, so I'm sure we'll see in September.
But you have the endurance to, I mean, you know, like, I think Sean said you're like Chase Winovich, but more muscular. And, you know, he was on the field constantly. Can you be that kind of player?
Yeah, I can be that kind of a player. I have a high motor. I really admire Chase's game. Every play he was hustling, making plays, and I'm really excited to watch him on Sundays. It's going to be really fun. But, yeah, I'm a high motor player too.
Does defense